The next step that we're going to work on is stepping backwards. So this one's going to seem a little bit strange because we don't normally spend a lot of time walking backwards in our day-to-day life. So be sure that before you start this, you check behind yourself, make sure there's not a wall really close, make sure there's not any furniture really close, or pets, or anything that could be a potential tripping hazard. And as you go through it, it's okay to pause occasionally, maybe frequently, and check behind yourself to make sure you aren't veering off to the side or going towards something that could be a potential tripping hazard. This is essentially the same thing as what we did with our stepping forward set, except we're stepping backward. You start with turning your foot to a 45, establish that root, pick up the other leg, and here you just step straight back with it. Touch the floor with the toe, turn the foot to a 45 so that when you shift back, it's already lined up at its 45-degree angle. So I shift my weight to this leg, but I don't take it off the front leg yet. I establish that root first. When the root's established, then I can pick up the front leg, only as high as is comfortable, step straight back, and gently touch the floor. Turn it to a 45, shift, establish this root. Then pick up the other leg, and step back, gently touching, turn it to a 45, shift, establish that root, and I can pick up this front foot. And so it's just that over and over and over. Again, remembering, establish the root before you pick up the other foot. And don't change your focus off of that foot until this one is ready to be the rooting leg. Shift, here, establish the root, pick up the other foot. Now I'm going to do it facing the other way so you can see what it looks like from behind, because there's a really important thing that happens there. Here you start turning the foot to a 45, pick up this foot. When you step back, this is something that's really important. Make sure you're stepping pretty much straight back here. If you step to the side when you do this, when you go to shift back, it's going to cross your legs and it's going to make it very difficult for you to keep your balance. So what you want to do, establish that root, pick up the leg, step straight back. The foot turns so that when you shift back, it's already lined up at its 45-degree angle. I can establish my root in it and then pick up the other leg. And it's a very easy transition there instead of a wobbly transition. Here, gently touch, turn the foot slightly, shift back, it's lined up at a 45, pick up the front leg. Step back, gently touch, turn, shift, root, pick up the other foot. Remember, always keep a slight bend in that bottom leg. You don't ever want to lock it out. You want a slight bend there. Step back, turn, and shift. You don't want to just practice these things just here and there and just kind of, okay, I kind of have the idea of that. You really want to spend time with them because this helps to build your foundation so that when you go into practicing like the Tai Chi form, you aren't wobbly and all off balance when you're doing moves that are a little bit more complicated because you're used to controlling your balance as you move your body around through space instead of just, hoping that you're going to be balanced as you step out. You understand how to control that balance and step out. So that's stepping backwards.